Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now. Just clap your hands, or like this video, share a link with your friends, comment. The YouTube Live software is a little buggy, but we do hope that you got the push notification from the free Locker Gnome application available on both iOS and Android. In fact, it should have just come in a couple of seconds ago. There it is on my iOS device, but as I said, it's also available for free on Android, the free Locker Gnome application. Our top user today is Stefan Zahara. So thank you. Here I am holding up my favorite Android device to this point in time, the Nexus 4. I'm a huge fan of the Nexus series from Google as far as Android experiences are concerned, but maybe, just maybe, the HTC One will win me over. You have seen me hold on to the HTC One before. If you watched the Perillo vlog from a few weeks ago, I gave you a brief demonstration. You guys caught that Perillo vlog, right? You know I slipped technology and geeky stuff in there too. In fact, we just uploaded today's Perillo vlog that I edited yesterday, minutes before this video went live on YouTube, so hopefully you watched today's vlog. You may enjoy it as well. I did a keynote presentation at an event talking about technology to people who understood technology but, wanted to hear my take on technology. So the HTC One. I just picked this up as I returned home from speaking at that event and asked you in yesterday's Locker Gnome Daily Report, TLDR, the Locker Gnome Daily Report, also short for Too Long Didn't Read, I asked you when you wanted me to unbox this, and I would say that so many of you commented on yesterday's video, I was kind of overwhelmed. I said, yes, unbox it today, over the weekend. So here we go, a special live Saturday unboxing, weekend unboxing of the HTC One. So let's go ahead and run through some specs here on the box. Can you see it there if I hold it that way? Android with HTC Sense. Of course, they didn't list the exact version of Android. Don't know why. I don't think many people would care about that. Qualcomm Snapdragon 600, 1.7 gigahertz quad core. So you know that should be speedy. Micro SIM slot. The storage capacity, 64 gigs. For RAM, it's got 2 gigs of DDR2 inside, a 4.7-inch screen, 1080p, Full HD, 468 PPI. Ooh, things are going to be sharp. For sound, it claims to have an HTC Boom sound with dual frontal stereo speakers, built-in amplifiers, and what HTC is beginning to be known for, Beats audio. You'll see that, of course, on the back of the HTC as well, or the HTC One, when we get to unboxing it. As far as the camera is concerned, HTC's been boasting the Ultra Pixel camera, a BSI sensor, pixel size of 2. What is that? Mu? Is that a mu? Mu meter? Mu? Really? I think that's the Greek symbol for mu. Okay, f-stop 2.0, 28 millimeter lens. I know mm. This is what I've never seen that before. I'm just reading the specs from the back of the box. Can anybody clarify that for me? I'm serious. I've never seen something described that way before. Of course, this is just specs. It's not the actual experience, which is probably most important when it comes to a smartphone or any kind of computer or technology. So I definitely want to try the camera and compare it to, let's say, the iPhone 5 or the Samsung Galaxy S4, which I will also be getting a hold of, so stay tuned for comparison videos as I get that. LED flash, of course, HTC Image Chip 2 with, and here's what's interesting. This is what I really want to try with the One. They say it's HDR video supported. HDR video? I'm down. I think that that could make videos look a lot better. In fact, I wondered for quite some time why HDR, or high dynamic range, hasn't made its way into video over, let's say, the way you've used HDR before, traditionally speaking, with still photography. Has an optical image stabilization sensor. What is that? 2.1 megapixel. Sorry about that. 88-degree wide-angle lens. That's for the front-facing camera, the one that's, on the side of the screen, I'd imagine. 3.5 millimeter stereo audio jack, great. Micro USB, awesome. Bluetooth 4.0. It's Wi-Fi, DLNA, awesome. GLONASS, NFC, and a assisted GPS, assuming that's what the A and AGPS would stand for. Available storage is less due to phone software. Okay, so let's go ahead and unbox this puppy. Now that we have everybody tuned in, I had to wait for some people to come in. As many of you know, if you haven't already subscribed to the Locker Gnome YouTube channel, you should. And of course, follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Google+. Yes, I love Google+. And I know there are others out there who do as well. The way that I like to do hardware types of unboxings and experiences. We can go, on and on about specifications, but wouldn't you much rather just know what it's like to experience this phone? Since you may have one, you may not have one, and I know some people do, some people don't. So that's what I'm here for. I'm here to give you my experiences with this stuff. So forget the specs for a second. I'm going to go ahead and slice open one side of that box. Oh, by the way, this is an unboxing, so I got to tell you about the box. It looks like it was printed, all the I guess the information, printed with soy ink. Soy ink. I don't know if you guys knew that. So I just wanted to try it. Tastes more like corn ink to me, but, I guess some people might be impressed with that. Let's go ahead and slice away from my hand. Don't want to take a trip to the emergency room to get the other side out. Very small box. Almost looks like a Mac Mini in and of itself. A Mac Mini. Just the box alone. And we're going to go ahead and see if we got a box fart. No box fart. There's the top, the lid. And they tell me. Or they ask, they say, or what is this? We hope you love your new HTC One. I hope I do too. That's not really a tell. It's not really asking. It's just suggesting that they really care how I, appreciate the HTC One. Inside we have what would assumedly be kind of a startup guide manual. Yeah, find more information, quick start. Texting and driving, it can wait. No doubt. And the best way I've found to not text and drive is to throw that phone on the other side of the car so that I can't get to it. Or to turn it off altogether, which may be something you may consider doing. So we've got the phone offset. It's not in the center. We've got this empty space on this side, the phone on this side. Try to pop it out there. And assuming we can pull that out, yep, to see all the cables and further guides. There's the SIM card eject tool. What is that? Oh. Okay, this is headphones, or earphones. I don't like these at all, to tell you the truth. I don't like sticking anything in my ear. Comes with replacement nips, rubber tips. There we go. Nice and red. Red is my favorite color. We have here's the thing. Apple is known for putting Apple stickers inside. Apparently, this is the only sticker I get for this one. It's please do not discard. It's apparently there to help attach to the device to claim service and repair. Oh, okay. So they can verify that you're the owner, I guess, with this. Nice. Not exactly, design worthy, but still. AC adapter, I'm not going to go ahead and unopen. Not going to open that because you know what an AC adapter looks like. The micro USB cable, can't have enough of these. Oh, hang on. It gets better. It gets better. You thought this was the only sticker? Nay. We get 2 HTCs. Hatik. No, it's actually HTC. I know many people think it's Hatik. No, that's not true. It's HTC. You actually have to spell the letter. Say the letters aloud. Spell the letters aloud. And if you're not having fun yet, then, hey, wake up. Let's go ahead and take a look at the back. Okay, so it's got some instructions printed on the plastic material telling you how to eject the SIM card tray. This is a beautiful piece of hardware. The question is, will the software stand up to the hardware? See, that's what I've seen in a lot of devices. Great hardware, amazing hardware, but the software always makes it not shine as brightly as it could. So let's go ahead and take this for a spin. Spin it around. There's the back. Got the HTC logo, Beats Audio. We have the camera, the LED flash. The big question I have with a lot of manufacturers is why do they put the flash so close to the lens? Because that seems to produce a greater amount of red eye. I'm not sure why they don't separate it or put it further away from the lens. But, they want to keep, size in mind and they got to engineer it. But I'm waiting for a phone to come with an LED flash further away from the camera lens. On the top, it looks like we have, what the hell is that? There's the headphone jack. Sorry, I've got to look. There's the micro USB port. There's a SIM card tray right here on this side. And on this side, I assume, yep, volume rocker switch. And this one must be the power. Yeah, right there. Must be the power. Up front, we have the speaker grills. We have the camera. I booted it up. Sensors, assumedly, right there. We've got the back button. This would be capacitive buttons, not software buttons, because you can see the HTC logo. A home-like icon up front. Rich sound. You know, I'm not kidding either. You know, if you're looking for something that's got good built-in sound, HTC is really doing a good job with integrating Beats audio. Now, I don't prefer Beats audio for my headphones. The gear that I've had just for about a week or so. I told you about them on a TLDR episode, and you've seen them in the vlogs as I've worn them. Here we go, booting up for the first time. Checking to see if there are any questions here. Do more Lego reviews. I will, but you know, right now I'm doing this HTC One. I know you want me to do things for you. I'm doing my best. Got my unboxing juice, which is coffee. Let's see here. Fast and easy phone setup. Select language. English. Get started. Get started on your computer. Go to the following link on your computer to start personalizing your phone. Okay. I cancel. I'm not going to use... This is my computer, or it would be a computer. English, select that, start. Boy, this is kind of setting me through another round of prompts. Okay, so start. Connect to live.pirillo.com. That is my access point. Let me log in here. I wish I had a producer in studio so that they could be answering questions here. Watching from Sweden. Cool. Thank you. We've got people tuning in from all around the world. Make sure I type my password in correctly, because I'm going to connect to Wi-Fi, because I'm not going to insert a SIM card. Connecting to live.pirillo.com, which, by the way, is still happening. My live stream across the home office. Let's see here. Add email and social networks. Auto sync between HTC account, Google, Exchange, Mail. Looks like you've got your AT&T address book as well. Sync notes with Evernote built in right there. Facebook, Flickr, LinkedIn, Microsoft Hotmail, Twitter, and something called Watch. Okay. So we can set up the accounts here. I can do that later. Not a big deal. It prompts us if we want to have it. If we want to be able to send it anonymous location data, assuming, okay, Google's location services, send it anonymous location data, fine. Use my location, fine. Location consent, I agree. I never read those prompts. It's kind of sad. Set dates, this should be automatically set. Select time zone and set time. So it looks like I need to set my time zone here, Pacific time. I am in Seattle. Booting up. What do we have here? Get the news that matters to you. Okay, so let's go ahead and tap that. You'd tap that, wouldn't you? What do we want for news? Let's see if LockerGnome.com... LockerGnome.com's not listed? Well, that's disappointing. All right, we'll choose technology and science. Technology and science highlights. We'll select them all, because I love all kinds of technology and science. Let's go back, topic. And now... it should pull in the latest news. Oh, look at that. Whoa. I love this. I love this. Look at that. Look how responsive that is. Oh, wow. Okay. This is kind of like Flipboard, only on your home screen. More dynamic than Facebook Home, which I do happen to like. Get the latest news. So I guess there's a couple of other blocks that I can fill in as well. Hey, there's Google Glass. I'm going to be getting mine at some point in the near future since I'm an explorer. Look at this. Samsung's Galaxy S4 now available. And this is on the HTC One. Wow! I appreciate this responsiveness. Oh, wow. Okay. Set up your Google account. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. See here, 2 swipes. Can I do a 2-finger? Can't do a 2-finger down, really, from the top? I wanted to do that. Configuration. Clean experience. And let's see here, there's the browser. Doesn't look like it's Google, or is that Google Chrome? It's not the Google Chrome icon, so it must be the customized browser. Could be HTC's, which would stand to reason. Don't have a lot of apps installed by default, but... oh, look, and if I swipe down after browsing the list of default apps, And some people don't mind Sense. I'm always open to experiencing something different, so I'm going to give it a shot. I guess I don't have an issue with it if it doesn't get in the way with performance. Yes, as I said, I'm a fan of the Nexus 4 in terms of its cleanness with Android, no overlays, but Sense it doesn't seem to be, that far off the mark, at least as far as performance goes, just from an initial view. So I can choose alphabetical order, most recent, or custom. I like that. Oh, Google Chrome is pre-installed. Okay, so that wasn't Chrome, it was their browser. Yeah, let me accept that. Of course I'm going to use Chrome. Let's go home. If I tap HTC, nothing happens. So that's, or does it? I'm looking, there's the back button, can't go back any further. I can feel, no. So there's that, but this HTC logo in the middle doesn't seem to do anything. Of course, we have home on the side and the back button over there. Camera. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Everybody smile. Oh, it says pull down from the edge of the viewfinder to switch between the front and main cameras. Use Zoe Capture to record moments and create memories. Of course I'm going to create memories. What else am I going to create? All right, close that. Overlay. I'm going to use Zoe Capture. And now I've captured. And now it's done, theoretically. Yeah, I've got a little bit of flair, but I'm here in the home office, so don't take this as anything that's indicative of the quality of images that you might find being snapped from these cameras. Let's see here. Let's focus in there. I'm really going to be interested in seeing how well it performs in low light, but just holding onto it with one hand here. There's a sharpness around the edges. There is a bit of blur, but still it's decent for a smartphone camera. Should stand up, against other smartphone cameras. I like that the time is so large and the weather is so large right there up front. Nice animated imagery when I tap the weather icon, although it's difficult to see the text there. There's not enough contrast. Quite all right. I'd assume I can tweak these things. Swipe down. I wanted to see if I could configure, tap each one of those icons there, but I can't do a two-finger swipe down like I can in other versions, stock version of Android at this point in time, at least the latest version. Of course, we have the phone icon, which I'm probably not going to use on here. I know, I'm not using a smartphone as a phone. Let's go ahead and take a look at the comments as they've come in to see if I can address anything you might want me to address. Oh, yay, your first live unboxing. Awesome. Create a mess. Okay. I actually smiled. Is it comfortable in your hand? Thank you, Eddie Bingham. I would say it's very light. Now, I see against the iPhone 5. Let's see here. Okay, this is the easiest way to do it. One hand. Maybe a little heavier than the iPhone 5, but not by much. I feel that the edges there are and they're definitely pronounced. Nothing as smooth as the Nexus 4. The Nexus 4 is definitely smoother. I like the feel of the Nexus 4 in my hand more, not just because of its size necessarily, but just how it feels. In terms of the Nexus 4, just going by experience, Nexus 4 is definitely lighter, but not by much. So what else would I be able to say about that feel? It feels sturdy. It really genuinely feels sturdy. And I happen to look at it. Reader for iPhone updated with feedbin and local RSS support. Responsive. Guys, I cannot stress this enough. Extremely responsive. Let's go ahead and pop into settings here to see the exact version of Android that we're talking. Oh, developer options are enabled by default. Interesting. Okay. Software information. Android version 4.1.2. HTC Sense version 5.0. But it is kind of strange that the developer options would be enabled by default. Oh, there we go. So it's asking us to confirm whether or not we want to enable the developer options in there, which includes desktop backup password, stay awake, protect USB storage, USB debugging, mock locations, show touches, advanced, etc. So you could tweak it even more. I really do. Look at that. It's kind of neat how you snap it down and the options kind of splay out to indicate that, hey, you've reached the end or the top of that list. Look at that, even at the bottom. Nice touches. Nice touches. This is neat. There's the ability to jump into Google Play real easily. Super responsive, guys. All right, I really want to dive deeper into this. Love the screen. It is very, very sharp. Like, okay, so hang on. I'm going to show my age here. I know I'm going to need bifocals, but this is a contender. This is absolutely a contender against anything that you might have used before on the Android platform, and certainly the sharpness of the text on the screen and the clarity of the photos, it approaches iPhone quality. No doubt about it. In terms of the general experience, as far as Android goes, you know you've got an overlay, but it's responsive. I haven't had a chance to really dive deep. Obviously, I'm trying it for the first time. But I do think that they may have mitigated a lot of the Android lag issues, which a lot of us have seen. Many people haven't, but I had. Remember, one of the first Android reviews I did, I was like, what is this? It was so janky. Now you can look back on it and know exactly what I was talking about, but I haven't changed positions on that. Of course, I've had different experiences, including from HTC directly. Wow. Yeah, look, you swipe it. Look at how smooth that is. Smooth. Yay! That probably has more to do with the quad-core processor inside than it does Android and optimization, but I expect that to get better over time. So the bottom line is, wow. Okay, I am excited. I get excited about this stuff when it's a good experience. And to this point, the Nexus 4 has been the best Android experience I've had to date because, it is what it is, and it's a fantastic piece of hardware, although the camera kind of sucks. I like everything else about the Nexus 4. But it may hold true that the HTC One, may quickly become my go-to Android device. Oh, extremely responsive. Wonderful screen. Ho-ho! May have to clean out some of the junk. That's the problem when you buy a traditional PC. It's like buying an Android device. You get all this overlaid junk, and it sometimes will get in your way, like various app stores and apps you may not need. But, just on a quick glance, it seems that I can either eliminate or hide a lot of that and just have a good experience using the smartphone for discovery and creation. So here's my question to you. Thank you, by the way, for attending this live video. If not, hopefully you enjoyed the not-so-live unboxing. I'm trying to read the comments, but a lot of them are either I've addressed or they're not relevant to this particular video. I think hope is that I would be able to do a video test with the HTC One, giving you an indoor, low light quality, outdoor, upload that to this channel if you would like. I could also do a comparison against the iPhone 5. Let me know what you guys want more of from me. I would be very happy to accommodate you, but you gotta let me know. You gotta comment, follow on Twitter, Facebook, Google+. Just let me know. Wow, I'm just holding this in my hand, and it works. It's, I don't feel like it's gonna fly out of my hands. I can't say that there's a lot of grip on the sides. I mean, it's not. I would say it's not as grippy as the Nexus 4, which I happen to like. So you definitely gotta hold on to it tight, because it may slip out of your hands, just FYI. What's my favorite feature so far? I really like how they integrated the information on the front screen. I really do like that. And then, swipe down, you get highlights, or you can select different parts of your feed, because think about it. You open your phone, you want to discover things, right? You want to see what's going on. It looks like this is an insanely simple way of getting to all that stuff, other than getting to Locker Gnome. I don't know. Why? Do they not like me? I like them. I like this phone. I can tell you that. My initial impressions are very, very positive. You have no idea. Oh, it kind of rocks too. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that there. Because it's not a flat back. It's curved, which is not bad. Very, very sleek. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. Wow. I really want to dive into this. I really want to customize it, and that, of course, is the value, or one of the values of having an Android device. Bruce Lee, that's his name, is watching this while eating at Buffalo Wild Wings. Awesome, because the YouTube app now allows you to watch live streams. Cut the rope test. I'm telling you, the responsiveness of this screen would indicate that everything would run smooth on here, much like it would at least on the Nexus 4. I'll be interested in trying a few different games on it, specifically those that have higher frame rates, to see just how well it stands up. But I expect that it would. Let's see here. What else? We all want sound quality. How does it sound? All right. Let's see. What can I do? We can open. What can we? Let's go to. I don't want to use their browser. It looks kind of sucky. Select keyboards. It's just so odd to me. No, I don't want French or Spanish. Don't need. No need. All right, so let's see here. Chris. No, not Chris. Chris. P-I-R-I-L-L-O. Ringtone. Okay. Let's see if we can play it back. I don't know if there's an MP3 version available. Chris Pirillo's new ringtone, 2013. Complete action using Chrome. Let's just use it once for now. Complete action using Chrome, just once. Accept and continue. All right, no thanks. Yeah, they just make it so difficult. Let's see, turn it up. Where's the volume?
Hope you don't want to miss this phone call for you, Chris. But if you do, I understand. Cause I know you're a busy man. Maybe it's just your scheme.
Nice!
Phone on a live stream. Call for a really fine fellow, Chris Pirillo.
Rich.
It's a call for a really fine fellow, Chris Pirillo. Get your phone.
That's bassy.
It's bassy. What device was that I was using there? God, what device was that? I can't even tell in the thumbnail there. Yeah, very rich sound, and I like this, much like the Nexus 10 tablet, obviously not a phone. Speakers are front-facing. So you're watching, you want to listen, and the nice thing is they're spaced apart enough so that you're holding it. Sound is going to be directed at each one of your ears. Nice sound, even better positioning, rather than having the sound coming out the bottom of a phone, like an iPhone. Wow. Sound, screen quality, speed, initial experience, had a few quirks. Not bad. So I can't give you a full-on review, but I can just tell you again, my initial impressions are largely positive, and now I'm going to have to let you go because I want to customize this thing. I'm just scrolling up and down. This is in Google Chrome, and this is by design. The screen is responsive, but you can see there's just a little bit of lag from the time that I swipe up and down. This weird kind of bounce. That's a part of either Chrome or the Android OS in general. That has not changed in this, but there doesn't seem to be a lot of dropped frames as I'm scrolling up and down with a lot of text, and of course it's also very, very clear. Kind of wish I had let's go home. I wish I had the, sorry, I'm trying to think while doing something at the same time, Flipboard installed, but the responsiveness of the scroll on text pages is clean, smooth. My eyes don't notice any kind of jarring lag or stutter. At least initially. We'll see what happens when I kind of get into it. So I don't want to belabor the point. It's been a half hour, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to watch this live or not so live. Thank you again for liking and sharing the videos that I've done for you. Let me know what you would like me to do with this in future videos, including if you would like me to do a video test with this. I'll walk around the house, point it outside, and then upload that video to this YouTube channel as well if you want to see that demonstration. I definitely want to give you what you're looking for, especially if you're following me, especially if you've subscribed to the Locker Room YouTube channel, especially if you like me, because if you like me, you know I like you. I even like people who don't like me. What's wrong with me? So, thanks again, guys. I'm going to scoot off and play with my one.